Let's try round two. Hey guys, what's up? I was telling you all about the gorgeous professional lighting that I purchased and this fancy, beautiful tripod for my phone so that I can actually look like a professional human. Guys, what's up? Perfect timing because we're talking about being professional in the online space. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to be talking to you guys. Thank you for jumping back on this video after I fixed some things. So excited to be here. Yeah, so like I said before in the video that got disconnected before this is what my meditation room looks like with really pretty lighting, and this is what my face looks like with very good lighting. Lighting is a game changer. It is a game changer. Also, you can see I have not done my eyebrows in quite some time. I am not wearing any makeup because I don't care, guys. I don't care. You're here for my message, not for my face, even though this is okay. I'm so excited to be here. Hey guys, what's up? So, first of all, how many crickets do I have on this call? We had an awesome training a couple of days ago, actually yesterday, crickets to clients. I did a 2-hour intensive with some badass business babes, all structured around the idea of switching from posting on social media and hearing crickets to actually getting your clients. And yesterday, if you guys saw my post, I jumped on my Facebook page and said, hey guys, like, what do you want from me today? Like, I wanted to plan this training. I wanted to think about this training. And the options that I gave you guys, 1, 2, and 3 on yesterday's post, didn't feel right to me today. I wanted to offer you a little bit more value, a little bit more of the woo-woo spiritual side of how I actually continue to grow and to continue to receive money every day. I was on a call, a beautiful discovery call with one of our badass business babes, and you know, it was this conversation of some months I'll make a lot of money and it'll be great, and this was what she was telling me, and then other months she feels stuck. She feels like she can't break through to the financial numbers that she wants, or something will come up and she has to drain her savings account, and it's this endless up and down of financial. It's not a flow. It's like lots of good money comes in or decent money comes in, and then boom, no money comes in. Yeah, so I always trust my intuition. My intuition runs my business. If something doesn't feel right to me, if something doesn't feel good, I take a break, I disconnect, and I don't go by the shoulds. I think that's a really, really strong message that I want to share with you guys in today's training. I don't do things in my business based on what I should be doing. Because when I do that, there's a pressure. I talked about this in the Crickets to Clients training yesterday. There's a difference between fearful creation and love creation. And so when you're creating in a space of fear, it's this pressure, it's this need to perform, it's this I should be doing this, I have to be doing this. And I'm going to tell you guys, 90% of what you guys learned in corporate America or in your regular 9-to-5 job, what you learned there, let me just say this, I had to abandon all of that to create multiple 6 figures in my business. I literally had to abandon everything that I had learned in the professional corporate world about money and manifesting and hard work and what it meant to be a good worker versus a bad worker. And I had to throw all of that out the window because if I continued to believe those things, I wasn't going to be able to create financial abundance. And I figured it all out, and I'm still learning and I'm still growing, but I wanted to share with you guys some of the really big takeaway things that I do all of the time to continue to financially prosper and to continue to push to new levels in my business, because it's a practice. You never reach a goal, you never create a financially free number and then just stop, right? You have to continue to grow and continue to thrive. So I want to share some of those things with you, but before we jump into that, I just want to say welcome to me. If you guys don't know who I am, welcome to watching me on this video. My name is Lauren Liz. I'm the founder of whatisperfection.com and the Badass Business Babes, and I teach female entrepreneurs in the online space how to kick ass with their soulful vision, doing what they love, and most importantly, making money in a space that feels good and flows. Okay? I hate when I hear this expression of hustle, hard work, putting in those crazy hours all the time. It gets under my skin because I know what it's like to run your business that way, and it's exhausting. And the really funny thing is that when you run your business that way, where you're hustling, pushing, striving, and it's hard work all the time, those are actually the entrepreneurs who aren't making the money that they want. The entrepreneurs who actually get to their financial goals are the ones that step back and listen to their intuition. They're the ones that step into flow. They're the ones that ask, What am I feeling called to talk about today rather than what's on my schedule, right? This structured masculine energy really holds us back from success, but unfortunately that's really what we learn in the corporate space. That's what we learn in the 9-to-5 space. And I want to help you guys shift away from that. So let me just tell you a little bit about my journey, because I think this is kind of important to mention. I was spinning my wheels for a full year in my business. I walked away from my corporate job with nothing lined up, no business plan, no safety net. I jumped all in because I knew there was something on the other side of that leap. And once I took that scary leap, I had all these ideas. I wanted to start a blog. I wanted to be a passion writer. I wanted to be able to make money off of advertising, just sharing my trauma stories. But then I realized, after everything I had been through, and I was opening up and being vulnerable in the online space, people wanted me to coach them. People wanted to learn how to overcome the struggles that they were experiencing. And so I became a life coach. And then after that, I was doing that for a long time, and it felt really good, and I was helping so many women overcome their problems, and I still get to do that today. It's such a blessing. But I felt this deep calling to teach people about business, because so many women now were coming to me asking, hey, you created a 6-figure business in the online space. How can I do that too? And so the Badass Business Babes was formed. You can go to badassbusinessbabe.com if you have questions about that, or if you want to see any of the services that Badass Business Babe offers. But I'm going to tell you right now, none of that would have happened if I didn't listen to my intuition, and I didn't pay attention to the whispers, and I didn't pay attention to what people were coming to me for. And that's really a powerful lesson. When you start to show up with your message, vulnerability creates currency. So one of the things I do every single day is I practice opening up my heart. This is one of the things that you guys can do on a regular basis. Practice expressing yourself. Practice being honest about what you're feeling rather than holding it back. Because when you can do that in your personal life, you can do it in your business. And when you do it in your business, it generates currency because people understand that you're real and you're raw and you're authentic and you're not holding anything back. And that was one of the most pivotal points in my online business that shifted everything for me. Because when people saw who I was authentically, they wanted to work with me. It's why you guys are here listening to this training right now. And it's really simple. I'm nothing special. I'm the average girl just like you guys. But the only difference is I didn't give a shit what people thought about me, and I was putting myself out there. And you guys have to all trust your heart, open it, and lead with courage. Brene Brown talks about this. The power of vulnerability is huge. It is huge. And being vulnerable and practicing that on a regular basis is incredible. So one of the things I love to do is I love to pay attention to how I am vulnerable with my friends, or how I'm vulnerable with my boyfriend, or how I'm vulnerable with my parents. And I make it an effort because if I can't show up authentically in vulnerability in my personal life, I'm not going to be able to show up that way in my business. And every single day in my online space, I'm asking myself, what can I share today? What of my life can I open up and share today? And that's why I'm on this video right now, because I wanted to teach this to you guys. And hopefully this sticks in your brain and it helps you and it does something to transform your life and take you to the next level, because you're worth it and you deserve it. And I love you guys. Okay, so that's the first thing. I'm always doing that. The second thing I'm doing, I'm working on my vulnerability, but I'm also working on my confidence. See, many people think that you will one day wake up, have a bunch of clients, and feel successful. And things don't work that way. You cannot show up in the online space hoping to attract clients if you're not successful. If you don't feel that success, if you don't embody that success and understand what that means. And success and confidence are kind of the same thing, right? When you're confident, you create success. When you're successful, you feel confident, right? So they're connected. And it's really important that you learn how to step into your online space with a sense of strong identity, believing in yourself, understanding your mission, knowing who you're talking to and what you're about. Your purpose is powerful, but you need to embody that. So in order to create and instill my confidence, I sit down and I ask myself, why am I not confident right now? What are the blocks am I feeling? Like, what are these roadblocks? One of the biggest things I've been challenged with at this point right now in my online business is I'm struggling with a little bit of confidence because I've gained a lot of weight in the years of being an entrepreneur, because I'm sitting behind a desk all the time and I'm not going to the gym. And yeah, I'm kind of upset about it. And so that I know is a roadblock for me that's actually preventing me from stepping into the next level of my business. And so I'm addressing it because because I can recognize that's standing in my way. So pay attention to what's standing in your way. Ask yourself, why am I not 100% authentically confident right now? Is it that you're struggling with your image? Because maybe you need to do some healing work around that. Is it because you feel disconnected from your spirituality? Because let me tell you, that was a big thing for me for quite a while. And I started using things like my journal and my oils and my crystals, and I started meditating every day. And when I connected with my spirituality, I didn't feel like I was so scared of failing. And that allowed me to be confident because I knew I was safe. So it might be your image, it might be your spirituality or your lack of spirituality. It might also be the fact that you don't feel like you're educated enough to teach what you want to teach, like you're not credible. That's also a really big thing that stands in a lot of people's way of confidence. So one of the things I love to do is read. Look, meditation, it's my little meditation corner, and read. That's it. That's all you got to do. Grow your education. Grow your education. If you feel like you're not credible enough to teach, go find who your mentors are. You need mentors. When I first started my life coaching business, Tony Robbins was one of the biggest, most powerful influencers for me. I read his book. I bought it twice. I have one upstairs in my office. I have one down here. You can see it on the shelf right there. And his book changed my life. And I studied it, and I became an expert in it, and I read it probably 6 or 7 times, no joke, I'm not lying. And I took notes, and I wrote out, the things I wanted to teach and what I wanted to learn. I became an expert in everything about Tony. And I went to his programs, and I went to his seminars. And then after that, I became fascinated with Wayne Dyer because spirituality became such an important part of my teaching. So I studied Wayne Dyer, and I learned, and I took his trainings online, and I read a lot of his books, and I expand. Over time, I continue to expand. And that's what I want you guys to do. If there's any part of your soul that feels like you're not credible enough, you need to address it. Don't stuff it down because it's going to slap you in the face like a beach ball when you push it down underwater. It's just going to come back up. You need to continuously be doing the work around growing your education so you feel credible. One of the reasons I'm confident today is because every single freaking book on that shelf I've read. Maybe 1 or 2 I haven't, but I've read every freaking book on that shelf. And that's what makes me such a credible resource for anybody who decides to hire me. Because I've done what they want to do, and I've studied what they want to learn. And that made me an expert. So you guys have to remember to do that too. Your street cred, your life cred, your experience is one of the most powerful things that's going to allow people to come to you in your business. This light's getting very shiny here. Maybe I'll stand over here just turn this just a little bit. Yeah, but your street cred, your life experience is going to be the biggest game changer in your online business. So you want to make sure that you continue to do the work. You're never going to wake up one day and go, okay, I'm a coach. This is cool. I'm just going to sit back and get my clients. For every 1 hour of coaching I do one-on-one or in a group setting, I'm doing 2 hours of studying every single day because I want to make sure that I'm the best I can possibly be for the people who choose to invest in me. I'm a resource. And you guys are all the resource too. You have to remember that. You are the resource that people are going to want to invest in. So Tammy had a beautiful question in the beginning of this training when I was talking about some of the other things I do in terms of fixing my confidence. She said, what if your image is something that you need to work on? Great. Go buy a Louise Hay book and do some mirror work. It's incredibly powerful. It's incredibly powerful. The only thing that's standing in your way of creating an abundance of success and freedom financially in your life is your sense of worth. That's the only thing standing in your way is your sense of worth. I have an amazing business coach who changed my life. When we were sitting down together, he said, I want you to define what worth is. Sit down and define what worth is. And I'll never forget this exercise because it shook me. Because for so long I believed that worth was I give a little and I get a lot back. Because things are scarce. And that's not the way it works. I give a shit ton. And you guys know that because every single day when I show up in these trainings, I'm pouring my heart into you guys. And that's because I work on my vulnerability. So working on your vulnerability, working on your confidence, growing your education, growing your credibility, these are things I do every single day. And most importantly, one of the most powerful game changers that I've ever stepped into in order to create abundance in my business was that I developed a spiritual practice. And this is so important. I get chills when I'm able to connect spiritually with my higher self and know that I'm being guided. I get so excited when I can jump on a video like this with you guys and be like, yeah, I'm just going to shoot the shit because you know what? I'm going to get some ideas. It's going to come to me. I'm going to be able to talk about it. That's because I feel safe. And I don't feel safe because I have a lot of money. I feel safe because I'm being divinely guided. I'm connected to my source. I'm connected to my purpose. I understand what my mission is on this planet and like why I was put here. Like why I'm here. You guys get it? Like you gotta know why you're here. And when you understand like what your what the fuck are you here to do, right? Like that's like the big question. What the fuck are you here to do? When you really answer that, everything feels safe and exciting and okay. I'm not worried about how much I'm gonna make because I know I'm being taken care of. I'm not worried if I take a big risk in my business. And that's the other thing you guys have to pay attention to. If you're not taking risk, you're never going to grow. You are never going to grow. Every single thing that I've ever done in my business that shifted me out of one level playing field to the next was hard. It's hard for a reason. And you're going to think one day you're going to wake up and it's not going to be hard. Every step you take, you always have to continuously push yourself, and it will be a stretch physically or emotionally or financially, but it will be a stretch. And it's not supposed to feel good, because if it felt good, anytime you guys were growing, whether it's like investing in a coach or hiring enrolling in a program or hiring a service, whatever it is, if it felt good, it would just be more of the same. And it wouldn't change you, right? It wouldn't change you. It would just be more of the same. So you can't expect to continue to do the same thing over and over again and grow. And to that, you can't expect to feel the same way over and over again and grow. You have to get into a place of uncomfortability. You have to get into the space where things feel hard. And I'm not talking hard like I'm exhausted and I'm tired and I'm, spending all these hours pushing and pushing and pushing and I'm not making the money I want to make. That's not really what I'm talking about. What I'm trying to explain to you guys is you have to take scary leaps around your finances. You really do. And anybody who tells you, oh, like, no, don't do that, they're only trying to keep you safe. That's the lesson that I've learned. I invested with Ryan Yokome, my amazing business coach. It was the scariest decision of my life because I had no job. I wasn't making good money in my business. I was spinning my wheels for a year. And I didn't have a house. I wasn't living anywhere. And I just took out a credit card and I charged $10,000. And my first month working with him, I made $8,000 back into my business when I was making nothing the months before. So yeah, when you feel uncomfortable, press post. So that's the lesson I want to share with you guys today. Just remember, you have to continuously be stretching yourself and pushing yourself to new limits. You have to continuously be evaluating what works and what doesn't work. You have to continuously be listening to your intuition. And if you don't have a spiritual practice, come talk to me, okay? Let's go get one. Let's fix this. I have coconut oil all over my face, so it looks like I have bags under my eyes and my tummy's growling. So I'm going to go have lunch. But I just want to say I love you guys. Yesterday's training was phenomenal. I'm so excited to see what opens up for you all. And I think I'm going to open up some VIP spots this month. So yeah, if you want to be a VIP and join the tribe, let's talk about it. Because I think I'm feeling intuitively, I think I'm going to open up 20 spots maybe next week. So we can have a conversation about that. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you for jumping on and listening. I'll talk to you guys soon. Professional equipment does a lot. It's awesome.